this is Ranger Jen with Bighorn Canyon National Recreation Area, and today we're going to talk a little bit about bear safety. So we're at Trail Creek Campground, which is one of several campgrounds that we have within our recreation area. And one of the key elements that you're going to find at all of our campgrounds and most of the campgrounds around are these handy bear boxes. If you're unfamiliar with them, they've got these nice little bear-proof handles, and they open into a large storage container. We're going to talk a little bit about what you store in there and why. So if you are listening to this in a classroom or at home, I would love for you to go ahead and pause it and have a conversation with your students or your children about what they think goes in a bear box. So go ahead and pause it. All right, so what goes in a bear box? Most people are pretty good about putting most of their food, usually the cooler and most of your food. Most people use the bear boxes, okay? And that is absolutely correct. But I'll bet there's a lot of things that you didn't suspect should go in your bear box. You should also go through your backpack and make sure that your sunscreen, your chapstick, your gum, any candies you had with you, all of that stuff has a smell. And that smell makes the bear think that it's food. And so all of those scented anything, all of your lotions, your perfumes, sunscreen, everything needs to get locked up in these bear boxes. You're gonna say, why? Why is it so important? It's important because the bears get used to coming down to the campgrounds for food. And we don't want that. We want the bears to stay wild. So this is Cuddles, the bear. And he actually came from one of our campgrounds. He got used to getting human food. People would feed him hot dogs, or he would find stuff laying around the campfire after people had left. And he got used to human food, and the law enforcement rangers couldn't scare him away anymore. And so when bears get that used to coming down and getting human food, they have to get put down so that they don't hurt people. So we want bears like Cuddles to be able to stay wild, and we want to protect you and your family so that you don't have a bear come into your tent in the middle of the night, right? So you're probably not going to see a bear like Cuddles, but a few ways that you can tell that there's bears around is that they leave a very unique scat. And their bear paws are pretty unique. They don't look like dogs, and they're pretty big. And this is just a brown bear, okay? So anytime that you see bear boxes, that means that there is bear activity around, and you really need to put everything that makes any sort of scent in your bear box, okay? So for today's comment, to get you into the drawing for the Junior Ranger bag, I would love for you to put in the comments something that you now know needs to go in the bear box that you wouldn't have thought about before, okay? So leave a comment under this post with something that you're going to put in the bear box from now on that you didn't realize you needed to do, all right? Have a great night. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the prize drawing.